Hello, everybody. I'm Kelly. When the fine folks of Canada 2067 invited me here to speak, they shared with me some numbers, and I'm going to share those numbers with you. So as it turns out, less than 4% of students polled that were boys said they might be interested in computing, and less than 1% of girls. Really? So I took a look at those numbers, and I said, well, obviously, what's clear to me is you do not know how awesome software engineering is, how amazing it can be. I always liked building things or making things or arts and crafts, and I discovered that software is like Lego, but with infinite bricks. Everything you need to bring an idea to life, to make something new, is there at your fingertips, literally, anywhere you are in the world, pretty much. I mean, the only thing that stands between you and bringing a great idea to life is time. It's hard to say that about other fields. So writing code to make a computer do something for the first time was really exciting. I was like, ooh, it did something. Having had the chance to write code that makes tens of thousands of computers around the world in our data centers jump up and do my bidding was incredible. It was like having my own robot army. Now, like all good robot armies, we need to know what it's doing. We need visibility. Right now, I work on a team that does a large distributed data pipeline that brings in data from a bunch of sources around the world. That would be us, data broker in the middle. The details are not important here. And so, oops, apologies. So what do I really do? Well, billions of messages around the world are being emitted every day in our data centers, even millions a second. That's a lot of data, right? We have data about what our customers are seeing when they hit our website. Is things fast? Are things slow? Are they seeing errors? Are they not? We need to know. We need things to light up red and green. We need to know what people are doing. So our team's software specifically is like a courier. We pick up packages or messages from around the world, and we bring them centrally for processing. And just like a courier, we care that our messages always get there, that they get there on time. And believe it or not, that's where things get really tricky and really fun. So you might be thinking that sounds kind of complicated. It somewhat is, but writing code is not as complicated as you think. It's not that hard. If you can speak, you can probably write code. Like, take this example here. I ask Mom, can I go out and play? She says, sure. I go play. Maybe she doesn't. So, all right, for good measure, I'll ask Dad. And then I don't even check what he says. It doesn't really matter, because who are we kidding? I'm going to go out and play anyway. And software has different languages. Some of them have funny names like C++ or Go or Python or Java. Is that a coffee? Who knows? But the important thing is that, like when you learn to write, you could probably print, and you could handwrite, and you could write uppercase and lowercase, maybe with big pens or small pens or some fancy calligraphy, right? Sort of the way you write changes, but the fundamentals are the same, and you can definitely pick that up. So coding is not all that we do. You might think typing alone in the dark, really hacking away or something, there's sort of a hacker image there. That is not true at all. We work in bright, engaging spaces. This is some of our office space, right? We collaborate, we diagram, we brainstorm, we draw together, we build things. So I work with people even more, probably, than I work with technology. Technology is also powerful. I mean, it impacts lives. For me, software I write, people depend on it to run their business, for their livelihood. People put their trust in us to keep their data safe, their identities. And even more than that, we get the chance to run charities on our platform with our software for free. As a tech person, I can use my skills to benefit a charity, to help them make connections with the people they need or make technology websites that they need. And we can straight up donate our time to the organizations that really need it. This is our team at the food bank, for example. What I love about the tech community is it has a big heart. We care about giving back. So speaking of how did I join the tech community, what was my journey? Well, did I always know I was going to be a software engineer? No. Like many of you, I did not know how awesome software engineering could be for me. So I started off taking 3 years of a biology major. Enjoyed failing my first math class also. But, you know, it was really interesting. I could tell you how a frog's heart worked or what kind of lungs spiders have. But I also had friends that were engineers, and I saw them making robots. And I was like, why can't I make robots? Then I thought, why can't I make robots? So I did. I then moved into engineering, took 4 years, including internships, and graduated as a computer engineer. My thought to you would be, it is never too late to change your mind or just consider something new. So, speaking of journeys, I recently went to the Grace Hopper Celebration of Women in Computing, an amazing event with 18,000 women in tech together in one place, and an amazing job fair. Interviewing on the spot, people are getting offers even in the same day, right? The market for tech is hot. People are really interested in making those connections with you. It's a great time to be in the industry. Something that really stuck with me is someone was giving out temporary tattoos. And it said, computing is too important to be left to men. And I got that, and that's my arm. And I got that, and I said, yeah, you're totally right. It is, really important that we have more women in tech and better diversity. But then I thought about that just a little bit harder, right? Looking at you today, think about your day, right? How many times a day do you interact with technology? It's on your phone when you make a call in the morning. Maybe it's in your car, it's your watch, it's messaging your friends, it's booking an after-school activity, right? Technology impacts your life. It is very much in your present, and it is even more present in your future. So what I put to you then, as sort of a closing thought, is computing is too important to be left to others, right? To less than 5% of us that say we're interested in computing. So ask some questions, give it some consideration. Definitely don't think it's not for you or that you can't do it. As a convert here, I'd be happy to tell you that you can. Thank you very much.